Change bringer. Yes, you are a change bringer. Did you know? If you change something inside of you, something will change in your world, in the world, and in the universe. That's how powerful you are. So let's bring some changes today. This video is about alcohol and the impact on you as a soul. Because a lot of people don't realize how big impact it has. And for a long duration, for some people, their whole lives. So let me start from the beginning. We all know what impact it has on our physical. Yeah, for example, I can't drink alcohol my whole life. I tried it 3 times and became very, very sick for 3 days. I mean, very, 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 very sick. Yeah. So I quit after the third time. It was not worth it for me. But I had a lot of friends who drank a lot of alcohol. We were partying. I loved to dance, so we danced and they drink. I was only drinking water. And we know that alcohol kills millions of brain cells. Just a little bit of alcohol. Why is that? Why is that? Well, it's because alcohol has a very, 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 very low frequency. And what happens is that your body does not know only not what to do with it. And that's why alcohol can destroy so much and people lose their conscience and so on and so on. But you as a soul will have no access anymore to your body. That's what happened. And let me tell you the story, how I found out. So when I was dancing and partying with my friends, who were all drinking, and the people around me all drinking, except me. And let me tell you a funny story. I was 5 hours on the dance floor, and people came ask me after 5 hours, "What drugs do you take?" Well, my answer was always, "Oh, it is oxygen." So I always said, and then some people ask me, "Oh, where can I get it?" So can you imagine how far away they were? But anyway, so how did I find out what an effect had alcohol on the soul? You, the captain of the ship, yeah? You, the boss of this body, your body. I'm the captain of my body. So the soul loses the steering system. And so let me tell you the story how I find out. So we were partying and I was dancing a lot in my body, enjoying dancing for many, many hours. And I saw people around me start from standing, sitting, from dancing to standing to sitting down. And they started losing their control of their bodies. And I was very interested to see their evolution. First of all, they have fun, then they become emotional, and then they start losing it. And I was like, what is happening? This is not only physically. And so when I saw some people getting really bad, drunk, then I saw that the soul, the owner of the body, went far away from the body. And you cannot imagine how much darkness there is around you when you go and have dancing in a discotheque. There's a lot of darkness there. And they're very happy to take over. So people who start being emotional or violent, suddenly it's not them. It's something that possesses them. So what I did when I saw, for example, a girl going very bad, and I saw some predators Then what I did was, and please only try it if you're confident, but what I did was I said, soul, so I spoke to the soul, the owner of the body, come to your body. And you know what happened? The person vomited immediately all the alcohol that was in the stomach out, there and then. And I, of course, tried to do it when the person was outside. But sometimes it was so bad that I just did it where where the person was standing. And also when I drove back home in a city, you see drunk people from pole to pole, and you see this is dangerous situation. It's easy for predators. And then I said, soul, come to your body. And immediately all the alcohol out, and they were back on the planet. So that's how I realized, wow, this alcohol is so low in frequency that the soul has to retreat. You, as the owner of the body, has to retreat. And the darkness can take over. That's why alcohol is so dangerous. Not only alcohol, but also alcohol is so dangerous because the people, the bodies, can become possessed by darkness. And I don't have to explain you what darkness is. So that the soul can't come back into its own body, and it's possessed and it's taken over by this darkness that is telling you, oh, it was only one party, let's go party again, it was fun, and drink another one, and drink another one, and drink another one. That's the struggle. People who are addicted, that there's a voice in their head that is not them, that is not the soul, the owner of the body, because the soul, the owner of the body, cannot destroy, put in destructive thoughts. You as the soul, you are divine. You cannot be destructive in any way, not in emotions, not in thoughts, not in fantasy. It is not possible. So only the darkness, that's the task of the darkness. So only the darkness can do that. So what happens if you party, having fun, not knowing what's going to happen to your body and to you as a soul? A lot of people say, oh, it's just a cocktail and it's just, but it's not just. It is a big thing. So if you like to evolve spiritually, if you want to become more your divine that you are, then alcohol is not welcome. Alcohol is a tool to invite the darkness. It's not a tool that you as a soul can handle in this physical plane. Yeah. So if people say, I meditate and this is not a judgment, but people meditate and do yoga and do all sort of breathing exercise, and then they go and have a glass of wine. You think what happens then? The frequency that they build up by doing meditation, coming close to their bodies, or maybe in their bodies as a soul, and divide their energy, not divide, put their energy in their body and lift the frequency up, and the frequency goes up and up and up. And then they drink a glass of alcohol. Immediately, the soul has to retract out of the body, and there's nobody home. Nobody's home. Everybody can get in. The doors and the windows are open of your house. Everybody can get in. And then the darkness is waiting for that moment. And your frequency goes boom, and you work with meditation, breathing, exercise, yoga, whatever, goes down, down again. So that is very, very, very destructive. And alcohol is a promoted drugs, and the society don't judge it, but I know a lot of people who are addicted to drugs. Sorry, to alcohol and also drugs. But anyway, and this is the reason it's so hard to say no, because there's always this little dark voice that takes over and can take over. Because the more alcohol you drink, the lower the frequency your body goes, the harder it is for you as a soul to stay with your body, the easier it is for the darkness to get into your body. And then it's even harder to say no to this voice, to take your power as a soul and say, finito, this is not me. I am not this destructive thought. I am not this destructive behavior. I am love, light, wisdom, and power. And I take over my body. That is a very hard thing to do then. Very hard thing. So be aware. Kick that alcohol out. You do not need it. If you need alcohol, then you lost a purpose in life. Your ego is telling you that your dreams, and everybody has dreams, is not fulfilling. It can't be reality. It is too hard. It's too this, too that. Go and look at the video how you destroy your own dreams, because 92% of people destroy their own dreams, not even before they tried it. So, and who do you think that is doing that? You as a soul? No, you as a soul have thousands of dreams. But the darkness is saying, it's too difficult, it's too hard, you're not strong enough, you cannot do it, you have to work hard, you're not stable emotionally, you don't get any support, whatever they say. And they're always finding your weak spots and then talk about that. They know your weak spots. That's their powers. But they're not so powerful. So if you make a decision, if you say, this is not me, I am light, I am love, I am wisdom, I am power, I am not this destructive voice, I am not the destructive behavior, then you can take over. But you have to distinguish what is you and what is the darkness. But make sure that you don't have to. Make sure that you just delete alcohol out of your life. It's not necessary. For what is it necessary? I never drank in my life. Well, I had 3 little bits of alcohol in my life, and I got really, 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 really sick. And I never, never will do it again. I promise you, never. Because now I know. If I say to somebody who is very drunk, soul, come to your body, then immediately the body takes out all the alcohol that is possible. Can you imagine? Why is that? Because if the soul comes closer to the body, the soul has a very high frequency. The body then with alcohol in it has a very low frequency. So the soul comes, you as a soul come closer to the body, and the body has to delete everything that makes it very low in frequency. That is what happened. And that is what happened, what I saw happening when I invited the soul back to their bodies. So do you understand what an impact it has? There is nobody in the house when you drink alcohol. Your house, your body, is an open door for everything that you do not like to be into your body. So realize that. Take it serious. Even if people say, just one glass, it always starts with one glass. You know, when I decided I'm not going to try alcohol at all, and I was then 21, maybe, or maybe 20, I just decided, okay, this is not me. It's not worth it. Then I told all my friends, I'm not gonna drink alcohol. It's not worth it that to be sick like that. And they laughed in the beginning, like, yeah, I'm sick too, big headache. No. I am very sick, 3 days. Very, very, very sick. It started with red spots on my skin, and then I spare you the details of the rest. And then I inspired actually a lot of people to not drink alcohol for a long time in several groups, because they could see that I had fun without alcohol. They could see that it was not necessary, and it is not necessary to have alcohol, to drink alcohol, to be social. No, you can be social and talking and without. Yeah, it's an illusion. Alcohol is an illusion, and afterwards it's always a disillusion, a disillusion. So many people that after they had a party, they had such a bad day. Do you know how long it takes to get your frequency back up? Can't imagine that people working a whole week and then 2 days alcohol and then working a whole week. I can't imagine that they can be happy. It's a fake happiness. The frequency is so low. You as a soul cannot enter the body anymore. And you're the one, you as a soul, you're the one that is happiness. That is this joy in life that brings joy into the body, not the darkness. So be aware. If you like to go on the path of construction, of building you up, of evolving, a healthy lifestyle, happy lifestyle, fulfilling life, creating your dreams, then alcohol has no place in your life because you invite the darkness. Think about it twice. Yeah, so be aware what you do. Be aware that everything has frequencies. Be aware that alcohol has very low frequency and that alcohol is a doorway for the darkness. So have fun without it. Whatever you do, just have fun. And there are a lot of drinks without alcohol who are nice. I don't need alcohol. I never missed it. And I always have fun. And I have nice drinks. I can make you a lot of mocktails. Very, very nice mocktails. So it's not necessary to have alcohol in your life. This is just a brainwashed imprint of society that did that for you. And you don't have to be listening to that. It's not your truth anymore. So come along and skip the alcohol, say goodbye to the darkness, and take over your life, right? And if I can do it, you can do it. I'm not special. I'm not unique. Well, unique in my own way. Everybody's unique, but I mean, I don't have extra strengths. I just know. I know what it can do, and I made that decision. And you can do that too. See you in the next video. Have fun without alcohol. Bye bye.